it's a cop. Huh. Not really geared up for that guy. I mean, I have a shotgun. Got tons of shells. Oh, he knows. He heard me. Welcome back, everyone. This is your man, the Beard King, bringing you another episode of 7 Days to Die for Noobs, Alpha 17.2. In our last episode, we talked about and looked into some of the changes with the recent build while we looted the pawn shop next door to us. In this video, I'm going to work on getting the workbench built and see if we can equip any of our mods. I've also been kicking around some base designs that might make my existing Horde base a little bit more usable. I don't think it will remain a melee base, but we'll see if anything starts to take shape as I plot my way through it. But before all of that, it would be a great help to me if you could hit that subscribe button, and if you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up or leave a comment below. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay guys, here is my existing Horde base. Original intent was to make a Horde base that was something that you could use your melee skills on, and that's just not quite working out. We have some more testing we can do down here. Instead of using hatches, we can use a ramp and lay them on their side. If I get around to doing that in this episode, I'll show you what I mean, but the zombies tend to look at it as a stable platform to walk over, but in fact they fall through. So it could be the answer to all of my problems. But I still think that this base is a little bit too thin for me to use effectively while avoiding getting hit and other zombies getting in. So the basic idea that I'm kicking around right now is, well, think of this as kind of the front-facing part of the base, okay? So we'll be looking this way. That's where most of our focus is going to be. And I'll have to restructure the ramp scenario over here, but I would like to have the zombies walk up a ramp. None of these blocks will be here, right? I might just break all of these out, and instead of these blocks being here, the ramp's going to come up, zombies are going to walk, and the ramp is going to take a turn this direction, okay? I might break this part out too. And they are going to walk along a raised platform up here, okay? I don't know how wide it's going to be. For starters, it'll just be one block width for me to test the pathing. And if that works, then I might go as much as 3 blocks wide so that I can have one path in the middle, the block on each side, and those blocks will be maybe 2 or 3 high, and I might put bars over the top of it, okay, to enclose the zombies in the path, if you will. The path will actually start right about equal with that torch, if you will, okay, and it will go this direction a certain distance, probably right to about here, okay, and then it may come over this direction to right about here, and I might come in a bit, maybe halfway, come over halfway, come in pretty close, and then it's going to go this direction out to about here. These blocks will get knocked off too, okay, and the path will continue around this direction to right about here. I haven't decided how I'm going to end it, but it's either going to end right here and actually look as though it's connected to this base, and I'll leave this path here, maybe. Or, instead of heading back to the base right here, I might continue it all the way over here to the edge. Again, keeping in mind that the ultimate goal, I think, is to have it 3 wide, and I'm going to have the zombies, sorry, I'm going to have the path come this way, and this block, so this will be 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks if you can imagine that, 2 wide perhaps, maybe just 1 wide, and it'll be the ramps on their side, okay? So the zombies are going to walk all the way over here, they're going to walk across those ramp blocks, and hopefully they're going to fall down right here, and they're going to come back over, and they're going to go back up to the ramp, and they're going to make the turn, and they're going to go out, over, down, way over there, around the base like this, and then come over and reconnect to the base. Everything will be connected to the base. Therefore, I think that the pathing is going to encourage the zombies to walk along the ramp out there and over and down and over and down and over. The whole time that they're walking up here on this raised platform, I'm going to be up here with a bow and arrow, and I'm going to be shooting them in the head. Either that or a rifle or a pistol or whatever. And I'm just going to keep shooting them in the head. I might be able to put some barbed wire on the side of one of the walls, so that'll slow them down. And hopefully I'll be able to get in enough hits with them kind of coming back and forth and doing all this business. And, you know, I can shoot them over here, and I can shoot them as they're walking along here. And ultimately they get to this point, and I'm going to have some false blocks, and they're just going to fall and start the whole thing over again. So that's going to keep them off of the base. They aren't even going to be up here at all. I thought about bringing it in here and letting them get on this part of the base, with the idea that perhaps I'd been able to get off maybe 2 or 3 shots a piece on each zombie as they work their way through all the way around here. And when they finally connect to the base itself, then I'm right here on the inside, and I can bust out a melee weapon, and I can hammer them in the head a couple of times until they're dead. Okay? Maybe even those ramps will solve the problem, and they'll just walk, you know, they'll walk over here to try to get in and get me, but they'll fall through. So that's kind of the idea for the base. Not sure if it's going to work, but, you know, I put a lot of effort, resources, time into building this thing, so I kind of want to try to keep it, but expand upon it to make it suit my intent, if you will. Okay? So that's the idea for the base. I'll probably do a lot of the laying out the groundwork with wooden blocks, you know, just to get it all laid out, and then I'll get serious with flagstone, cobblestone, concrete, etc., and just build it up, build it out, you know, test the pathing, make sure all that stuff works before I fully commit to it. And I might do a lot of that off camera, just testing, so we might see a couple of days skip here. Moving over here, I haven't gone back in here yet and cleaned all this up and hoed the dirt out, so there hasn't been any progress on the garden since we were last together. Okay, so enough of that. The main objective for me today is to build a workbench, and hopefully that'll allow me to make a mining helmet. I think to make a mining helmet I have to get some more resources, but I'm not 100% sure at this point. So I have my forge down here. I think it only makes sense that I build my workbench down here. I gathered up all the resources that I need for a workbench, so let's get that crafted. Fortunately, I had to use some forged iron to make another claw hammer. I think I had one on me before, and I must have scrapped it. It was like a level 1 or 2 claw hammer. I just didn't even think about it, but, well, it took a little more forged iron to make this than it should have. That's okay. So, let's see what this takes. I have this. Electrical parts, I probably have 8. I think I have 5 tape. I'm pretty darn sure I got plenty of polymers. So I should be able to get a mining helmet in this episode as well. A part of me feels like I should enclose the work, like start enclosing this area up here just to give me a little bit more of a secure feeling to it, but you know, I don't know if that's really necessary. Haven't had any vultures come here to try to get me, so I'm not overly concerned about enclosing this area. I never see any zombies walking over here. No, I've never seen anybody beating on anything down here. I have a lot of frames over here. You know, this path. So this pathway right here is kind of a good example of what got me thinking about building something over there for the Horde design. I was just like, well, maybe I can build something that'll allow them to path around on top while I'm behind a secure structure that they can't get to. But I don't know if that'll work. We'll see. Let's see. As far as the updates to the game, you know, I was talking about the land claim blocks. I haven't passed a full day yet, really, between this episode and the last episode, so I don't know if this land claim block is going to go inactive, but I'll have to, you know, keep an eye on that. I can tell on my mini-map that it's there. It gives you that white wall, and my bedroll is still here, so I have a decent amount of iron and clay. Perhaps it would be wise to... I don't have any wood. I don't have a lot of wood. There's a water purifier. Here's a helmet. The other thing I wanted to take a look at were some of the mods. I put a point into... science. Some of these mods that I have take science level 3. I have 2 points. Next level of intellect is 3 points. So I can't get another level here. Yeah, all that stuff needs to be like level 6. Well, I'm not that far off. That's 3 points. I need another level. I probably won't get that in this episode. I'll give some more thoughts to my skill points. I don't really want to spend too much time staring at that screen with everybody here on the channel with me. So, let's get this thing put down. Sometimes I have 2 forges next to each other once I get going. One to make cement mix. Another to melt my iron down. So, maybe I'll do that. Have a concrete mixer on the next slot over, maybe right next to it. I think I'll go right here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, mining helmet. I have the football helmet. I need a flashlight, electrical parts, duct tape, polymers, flashlight. Cool. Here it comes. So now that I have this down here, I'm going to start putting all this type of stuff in here. Let's get this guy going. Now, I hate burning my forge to make forged iron when I don't have any iron or clay in here to smelt down, so I'm just going to be stingy and not do it. Alright, mining helmet. What I had was a cap. So great. Okay, we're in business. It's great. It's 2025. It's time. What do I need to do? Suppose I better get all that. needed springs for something, and I don't remember what it was for. But there is a car. Well, you know what? I think there's a car right out front. Oh yeah, there's lots of cars out here. This is probably going to end up being a short episode. I really just wanted to get that workbench going and a mining helmet. I didn't think I had all the resources, so this might end up being a shorter episode than normal, which is okay. They can't all be ridiculously long like they are sometimes. Let's get some springs. An engine would be nice too. Okay? Just saying. Some springs. No engines. 6 springs. I want to say that it was this thing. I don't remember. I won't play the guessing game. What does this take to repair anyways? Repair with steel. Yeah. Don't have that. I had thought that you could get forged steel by taking apart other workbenches. I've run into tons of them, but I never remember where they are. And I think this is my only wrench. So this stuff, I'll get all this moved over, probably off screen, down there. Tools. Yeah. Don't remember. Okay, well. So this thing increases the rate of fire on self-loading weapons and increases recoil. I know what that means. Self-loading. Okay, well this is a pump shotgun, so that's not it. So it'd probably have to be on that SMG, I think is what I have. Probably has to go on this thing right here. Or a handgun, perhaps. I have a lot of junk. I should make a run to the trader again. Let's put all this stuff in here. It's good enough for right now. So that can go on my helmet. Never had one of those before. Okay, so I can install these 2 units. That. Okay, this thing purifies any water consumed while installed in your helmet, so I don't need to boil water anymore. And improves armor rating. Okay. Done with that. This is, yeah, science tier 2. Burning shaft mod. Forged steel. Okay, can't do that. Structural brace. Oh, this is what I needed the springs for. Melee weapon. Increases durability. So I could put this on my sledgehammer. Looks like I need those springs. I could hop down there and wrench on one of those cars really quick. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like being down here when it's dark. Just don't. Y'all know me well enough, you know that I die like nobody's business. Do you guys remember back in the day when there was an unconfirmed rumor that if you wrenched on the front of the vehicle where the engine is, that you would get an engine or battery? I never got one. Okay, we needed the springs. Get this. Glue. Glue. And have glue. Okay. That needs to be made on the workbench, okay. Do that. Two seconds. Okay. So right now, this is 4284, 560. So it's 40. Oh, I say 4284. Well, it'll tell us. Yeah, that increased the durability a lot. Alright, there we go. It is nighttime. Yay! Base is lit up pretty nice. Oh, got a screamer. Let's take her down from out here. About that. Feel pretty good about that. Yeah, she must have liked the lights. Screamers. Yeah, I mean, I could wrench on these things, but I don't... It's almost like I need to save what little bit left I have of this wrench to go find a destroyed workbench and wrench it to try to get some more, to try to get some forged steel so that I can repair this. I don't think I have any. There's nothing in here. What's this? Forgot about this. Yeah, science tier 3. Okay, can't do that one. Nope, I don't have any forged steel at all. What I do need is some wood. So let's come down here. Usually a white over there somewhere. I swear every night that I've been out, white would be over there. Not sure if that's too glaring for you, but last time I made a video on Horde night, it was just way too dark. So again, I think the ramp's gonna come off, excuse me, right about here, you know? Should be able to put this block down. I think I'll have it come this far. This far. Figure out where halfway is eventually. don't want it too close that they think that they can jump from there. Well, these won't be here, so they won't be able to jump onto the base itself, so kind of need to keep that in mind. So this would be 1, 2, 3. I think I'll have it get 3 close. So, there. I guess this is the center. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 2, 5. Yeah, that's the center. Just trying to get all of my outer corners figured out. That's the outer corner, and it's gonna come in halfway at some point. So there's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 7, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Two, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this is my halfway point. I'm gonna come along here. That. I guess they can come in half this distance, so 2, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3. Then come this way. So are you starting to see it now? Of course, all of these won't be on the ground. They'll just be a pillar. You know, I'll build a pillar up. That. To get me up to the same level as my base. But this is the path, if you will. I don't hear anything walking around out here, but hey, you know. Now this one has to come over a little bit further, because this is where they're going to start to come up. This is far. And then, so, this will be pretty much the ramp. They come out, so this will get us started, right? Come along here. 2, 3. Come along. Running along. They'll be running along. This will come out in this direction. Doesn't need to be out too far. Turn the corner. The only thing I'm not accounting for in this layout right now is the spacing between all these corners if I make it 3 blocks wide. This will give you guys the general idea. So there's 2, 3. Yeah, I'll come out a little bit further over here. I swear I hear something now. Okay, so let's take a top-down look at this. Well, so this would be perfect. This would be 3 wide. 1, 2, 3. Come up. Come over. And be inside here. Be able to shoot them as they're running this way. Shoot them in the back. I don't know that I'll be able to take any pot shots up there at that far area. I mean, I could if I had a something with an optic on it, but I don't have one of those yet. And keep in mind, that's the back row. So if this row here and this row here are all at the same level, I can't shoot through these two to get to that. So I'll only be able to shoot at zombies when they're here. Which presents a problem because I'd like to be able to just shoot straight down path here, but I won't be able to because this walkway will be in the way. I can hear somebody. I heard somebody. I mean, I may not need to make them turn this corner, then this one, then this one. I'm just trying to give them more places to run. You know, just to spread them out a little bit more. I mean, that's a pretty long distance from that back corner up against that building to where I would be standing in my base, which would be right here. That'd give me plenty of time to shoot them. You know, just keep headshotting them all the way. And then they get to here and cut over, come around, because I could be in here taking shots at them. It's a cop. Not really geared up for that guy. I mean, I have a shotgun. Got tons of shells. Oh, he knows, he heard me. they don't take any prisoners. Alright. Surprised those shotgun blasts didn't call in anybody else. Yeah, so, you know, cops are still going to be a problem. They're always going to be a problem. Just the way it's going to be. Hopefully by then, though, I'll have some sort of weapon that can take them out at a further range. You know, not shotguns, definitely not suitable for that. Not need a rifle. Preferably a semi-automatic rifle. So, okay guys, so as a recap, we had all the materials we needed to build a workbench. That allowed me to create a mining helmet, and because I have that, I was able to start putting some of the mods on some of my gear. So I put a water purifier on there and a light armor mod. And if we look at the sledgehammer, I was able to put on this mod, which gives it structural brace and durability and increased melee damage. Oh, here we go. This does a nice job at telling you how much it improved. So that was a nice improvement, this weapon. And then we took the wrench and wrenched on some cars, took a couple of them out, and I think more importantly, at least for me now, because I was a little tied up what I was going to do with this thing. Frankly, I was a little disappointed because I put so much work into that, you know, 8-9 days worth of work, and wasn't quite sure if I was going to keep it at all. But now I think I'm starting to formulate something in my head that should work. Could work. I know that slowing the Zeds down while you're able to shoot them is pretty key. And who knows, I might be able to go up another tier and go over the top with bars and just run along the top of these things, those paths, and just shoot them in the head. You know, I just shoot down on them and just lead them. Because if they don't path, if there's an issue with the AI pathing that I don't understand, I do know that they will follow you. So being on top and shooting them down is pretty darn easy. And it's not a maze, but it takes that idea of the maze into mind. You know, takes it into account. So I think that this is going to be a pretty good project to work on for the next 6 days. You know, say it like that, 6 days, it's going to be day 14, Horde night again. So long as my game isn't screwed up. I have a feeling I screwed my game up, but find out on day 14. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed another video of 7 Days to Die for Noobs by me, the Beard King. If you haven't already done so, feel free to click that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take it easy.